Good afternoon, welcome to Craven Park. Today it's the Arriva's Trains Cup. It's Barrow Raiders against Salford City Reds. We'll go through the teams while waiting for them to make an appearance. We'll go through the Barrow team first. At 1 it's Danny Lockhart. On the wings, Jamie Marshall and Adam Pate. The centres, it's a return from for Jamie Smith coming from Walney, but also played here before. And Paul Jones partnering him today. The half-backs, Tanner Manahara and Chris Archer back after injury. The front row is Stuart Dancer, Andrew Henderson, James King. Second rows of Jeff Luxon and Paul Lupton, and the loose forward is Phil Atkinson. The subs are Barry Pugh, Paul Evans, Andy McClure and Wayne Jones. The Salford team, at 1 Jason Flowers. On the wings, Michael Platt and Danny Arnold. The centre partnership today of Stuart Littler and Andy Kirk. The half-back ex-Barrow player Cliff Beverley. At standoff, at 7 it's Gavin Clinch. The front row, Neil Baines, Malcolm Alker and Paul Heighton. The second row, Simon Baldwin and Neil Lowe. And the loose forward is Chris Charles. The subs are Steve Blakely, Dave Heighton, Lee Marsh and Andy Coley. The referee today is Mr. Colin Morris. His touch judge, Mr. Southwood and Mr. Grundill. Barrow's main sponsor, of course, is BAE. The shirt sponsor is Abbey House Hotel. Sleeve sponsor is Furness Park. The colour sponsor is Furness Building Society. And part shirt sponsor is 3M Group. Just waiting for the teams to make an appearance. It's been heavy rain here for 2 or 3 days, so it'll be very greasy out there. It's quite sunny at the moment, but it will be. It's been windy, so it might have dried off slightly, but I think it's going to be a slippy ball. Barrow, of course, we try to avenge that 22 points to 6 Challenge Cup win for Salford in February, when that man Malcolm Alker was a pain in the side for Barrow. They moved him out to centre, he ran out wide and caused a lot of damage. Good conditions as well for Cliff Beverley. We all know what Cliff Beverley can do. And he must be playing well because he's keeping out Steve Blakely, who's a very good standoff in his own right. I think the referee's just blown for both teams out. Slightly late, 2 to 3 minutes late, so we're wanting to get on with it now. First team come out, Barrow. Andrew Henderson, the team captain, with today's mascot, who is Heather Bennett, 8 years old. Wants to be a cheerleader here at Barrow. Cheerleaders there, of course, just near the dugout. Now welcoming Salford. Starting firm favourites here today, Salford. Barrow with a big injury crisis. I know it was a game that Cameron Bell didn't really want, this one. Barrow in the second division, wanting to get out of that second division. And they're the only team this playing this week in that Division 2. They're the only Division 2 teams to get through to this part of the Arriva's Train Cup. So I think the bonus for Cameron Bell here will be to get through this game without any more injuries. Yeah. Nice contingent of Salford supporters here. Just been speaking to somebody, said they haven't had the best of support on the away games, but what few are here are going to be very, very noisy. So here we go, and it's Salford who've kicked off, and it's picked up by the Barrow fullback, Danny Lockhart. Barrow with a late withdrawal last night at training when young Steve Jackson, who's been one of the outstanding forwards this year, had to pull out. He was struggling through the week, said he would be fit, but failed the late fitness test last night. So surely Barrow will use this win this half. Here's Manahara, man of the match last week at London. Here's Paul Lupton, been playing well, this young lad, and a good drive. Well tackled by Malcolm Alker. Henderson out to Manahara. Manahara, it's gone to ground. It's going to be a knock on. Hand over. I can't understand why Barrow didn't boot the ball. They've got the wind at the back. They've got to use this win this half. And I bet your assistant coach Dean Marr was not very happy with that one. Alker out to the second row man, Neil Lowe. Tackled by Henderson and Archer. Alker out to Gavin Clinch. Out to Beverley. Dummies, goes back inside. Shrugs off James King, but covered up by Atkinson and Dancer. No, Luxon, sorry. Inside pass. Referee looking at his linesman. Linesman's happy with it. Salford on the attack. Alker out to Beverley. Spins it out to the second row man, Simon Baldwin. Last tackle. Gone back to Beverley. Puts a nice kick into the corner. Oh, well taken by Pate. Could have done with leaving it, I suppose. There's no danger there, I didn't think, but oh, and he's offside there. He's let him away with it. Michael Platt was stood right to the side of his man. He's not standing square. And the crowd agree with me. Mr. Morris letting it go. But Barrow yet to get out of their half of the field. Here's Phil Atkinson. Tackled by Cliff Beverley. Henderson out to James King. King puts boot to ball. That's the idea. Get him down there. Oh, it's a knock on now. So it was a good kick. And Dean Marwood will be clapping that one. That's all it needs. And he spoke out of turn, Jason Flowers. It was an iffy one, I must admit. It looked maybe he was facing towards his own goal slightly. If anything, he was facing at the side, I would have said. But it's no good arguing. The whistle's gone. It's going to be a scrum down. We can talk out of turn. It's a penalty to Barrow, so chance here for 2 points. Dean Marwood on now with a few instructions to his captain Henderson, and I think one of them will be, let's not get caught in our own half on the last tackle with this wind behind us. Kick to the corner. Let's put Salford back, make them work to come out of their own half. Manahara, 100% record last week. I think it was 10 goals he got last week. As he lines this one up. Oh, and it's not even gone dead. Not the best of kicks from Manahara. Here's Michael Platt, runs into James King. Well forward there, I should think so. Number 10, Paul Lighton, just overrunning it slightly, coming at pace. So another chance here for Barrow, set of 6, the 12 metres from the Salford try line. The ball comes out, it's Manahara, out to Lockhart. Tries to shrug off Beverley. Marshall in at dummy half. Sorry, Jamie Smith it was who's in at dummy half. Luxon throws the ball out the back door, comes loose to Atkinson. Atkinson straightens up. It's pulled down by Chris Charles. Barrow not gone anywhere in that set of 6. He is a Dancer coming back on the inside. Still Barrow not gone past the initial scrum. Here's Manahara, dummies one. Nice ball out to Luxon. And it looks like Luxon's over. It is, it's a try to Jeff Luxon. Lovely little play from Tanner Manahara. Ran at him, dummied. 2 Salford men coming for Manahara. Left a big gap for Jeff Luxon, and Jeff Luxon goes in about 12 metres in from the touchline. Jeff Luxon, of course, just coming back after injury. A broken thumb, I think it was. So I'd be glad to get that one under his belt. That coming after Barrow there, had three tackles and never gained a yard really. And it come out to Manahara and he just bemused the Salford defence to slip a lovely ball to Luxon, who goes in unaided. Manahara with his second attempt, and he missed this one as well. No Alan Hunt today, playing for Salford. Scored his 300th career try last week in his hat-trick against Oldham. Here's Stuart Dancer. Here's Lupton, good drive. This is where they miss Steve Jackson. He's always there to take that first man, take the yards. Here's Atkinson. Tries to dummy, runs into Neil Baines, the ex-Wigan man. Strong lad near the forward, near the try line is Neil Baines. Here's Manahara, gets away from 1, gets away from 2, gets the ball out to Marshall. Tries one over the top. All the way back though. Again, Barrow reluctant to put the ball down the field. So a chance here for Salford to get some points back. 30 metres away from the Barrow try, and it's Beverley, comes out to Andy Kirk. He gives it to Stuart Littler, back to Andy Kirk. Try to run round Paul Jones. Here's Littler, cuts back inside. Scored a try here last time, Littler. He's well wrapped up by Lupton. The wingman, Michael Pratt, brought down. Malcolm out to Clinch. Clinch finds Baines. Back to Clinch. Long ball over the top. Need to get some cover out. It's forced back inside. Still going. He's got it out to the wingman, Danny Arnold. Ex-Saints man, Danny Arnold, but pulled down. Barrow scrambling defence, getting back. But they're under pressure. It's out to Beverley. Long ball out to Clinch. Out to Charles. Wrapped up by Manahara. Can't get put down though. Atkinson holding on to him. I think it's last tackle, is it? Alker out to Clinch. Switches play to Flowers. He's held up on the line. Must be the last one now. Alker out to Clinch. Tries the dummy, long ball over the top. They've got men over. It's going to be forward. Case of too many men there for Salford. Simon Baldwin should have kept out of that one, I think. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. So let off for Barrow, but a long way to come out. Here's Jamie Smith. Oh, and bad play from Barrow there. Second tackle, just straightforward drive out. So Barrow putting themselves back under pressure. Second tackle, this is what they were doing against Sheffield. It's out to Beverley. Beverley finds Flowers. Takes on Manahara, gets away from him. Well covered up by Jamie Smith, but a big gap for Beverley to go for. And Cliff Beverley scores, scored here last time. And Barrow not quick enough. And Cliff Beverley goes in by the post to level it 4 apiece on 10 minutes. And just like the Sheffield game, Barrow giving the ball away within 20 metres of their own try line on the second tackle. You can't afford to do it against teams like Salford and just pressure telling off in the end. It's Cliff Beverley going into dummy half, a quick play of the ball. Barrow not scrambling quick enough, not getting to the feet quick enough, I should say. And Cliff Beverley just powered his way over. Carried on at Salford like he did at Barrow last year. Prolific try scorer, Cliff Beverley. Salford also taking Radney Bowker at the beginning of the year, but he's moved on to Rochdale on loan. Conversion from Chris Charles, putting Salford into the lead 6 points to 4, 10 minutes gone. Dave Clark there on the kicking tee, hoping to be back soon. Had a bit of a groin problem. And he'd love to have played in this one, I think, would Dave Clark. Witted his cell against a good hooker like Malcolm Alker. But still problem with his groin. Good tackle from Henderson and Luxon. It's got to be a knock on. Good tackling from Henderson and Luxon on Paul Eighton. Thought Mr. Morris blew there for stealing the ball, but he's having a talk with Paul Eighton. There was nothing wrong with that. Henderson up round his legs and just dumped him down. Here's Manahara again. Back inside to Jamie Smith. He's wrapped up by Jason Flowers. 15 metres from the Salford try line. Henderson feeds Luxon. Good tackle from Cliff Beverley, but Barrow back on the attack. Manahara out to King. And it's ripped out. And it's number 10 again. Paul Heighton, the culprit. Could see he went for the ball and raked it out. And Mr. Morris right on it. Credit to him there. He was right in front of it, seeing him rake the ball out. So 2 mistakes from Paul Heighton. Could put Barrow back on level terms here. Should be an easy kick here for Tanner Manahara. Barrow not beat Salford here since 1981. It was an 18-15 win for him. Ian Ball scored a try and 3 goals in that game. So 22 years since they've beaten, but obviously not played them every year. And that's 2 points for Tanner Manahara. "14 minutes gone, level board, 6 points apiece." And Paul Eighton may have been substituted there by Carl Harrison. And it's Andy Coley who's come on, I think. Just make sure he's come on for Paul Lighton. And it is Paul Lighton, 2 mistakes and 2 strikes, you say, and you're out. It was 2 mistakes there. He is James King. Henderson out to Dancer. Wrapped up by Coley and Olker. Drove back, good defence by Salford and rolled over on his back. That makes a bit of difference. Manahara to 40-20. The wingers drop right back. Goes straight into the hands of Danny Arnold, who shugs off one. Here's Cliff Beverley. Hit by Atkinson and King. Olker out to Gavin Clinch. That's going to be penalised, a bit high from Stuart Dancer. On Chris Charles. Kicking into a strong wind, so he shouldn't really get much, just keeps it low. Good kick from Gavin Clinch, kept it low. Here's Neil Baines. Wrapped up by Dancer and King, but slips the ball out. Olker out to Coley, drops it, goes back. Gets away from a couple of half-hearted tackles there from Barrow. Here's Olker, it's the first time he's tried to go, but he gives it out to Little. Little tackled by Dancer and Manahara. Barrow again under pressure, the 10 metres from the try line. Salford, it's Gavin Clinch. He's the man who can make him tick. It goes inside to Neil Lowe. Tackle 10 metres short. Olker again, acting hard back, out to Clinch. Clinch finds Beverley. Inside to Coley. Good tackle. Jeff Luxon it was, standing, taking the inside man. Olker out to Baines, going for the line. Clinch, long ball over the top. Jones has come rushing in. And it's a try. Paul Jones coming rushing in. Leaves a man over. Now it's Adam Payne could do there. He had 2 men outside him. Paul Jones rushing in. He should have stayed out. Big strong lad, 10 metres out, nobody in front of him. Stuart Littler, he's going to score. Scored last time he was here. So 17 minutes gone, it's Salford stretched the lead to 10 points to 6. Salford at the moment seem to be doing a couple of taking the ball in and putting it back inside and bringing the Barrow defence in and then moving it out wide. And Barrow still regrouped in the middle. It's a nice kick into the wind. Good job it's blown back. Nice kick, nice attempt from Chris Charles. So Manahara restarts. Here's Neil Baines, the man who set that up. Here's Coley, trying to break through again. It's pulled down by Chris Archer. Olker out to Charles. He's well tackled by Henderson. Malcolm Olker. Charles again. Just a little bit faster at the moment, Salford. Here's Olker out to Clinch. Clinch to Beverley. Running out wide, Beverley. It's a poor ball out to Arnold. It's well tackled by Archer and Smith. Last tackle. Clinch. And that's an obstruction, and I'm glad to see Mr. Southwood's coming on there. Can let him run all he wants. It's not going to be anything. Salford are playing on, but the touch judge is on. It'll be a disallowed try. Barrow have stopped though. They shouldn't really stop. Barrow shouldn't stop because the linesman's on. They should have kept on playing. Salford did, but it will be pulled back. And it was Neil Baines who ran right at the scrum half Archer and obstructed him from going for the kicker. And this is a thing that I'm seeing a lot on the TV lately, and it's not pulled out by linesmen. So I'm glad Mr. Southwood's come on for that one, because he did obstruct the Barrow scrum half, Chris Archer, going for that kick. He's got to disallow it. But saying that, Barrow did stop. Barrow should have kept on playing. Told that to Mr. Morris, he may be going to give this. Whoa, I cannot believe that. That is absolutely shocking. But Barrow should play on. Well, that one should be set up to the referees, and let's have some clarification on that. Well, I think Henderson's right in having a work with Mr. Morris. If a linesman's come on, he's come on because there's been an offence. And Barrow stopped, although Barrow shouldn't stop. The linesman's come on because there's been an offence in his mind, and Mr. Morris should take word from him. And that is something that Barrow should bring up to the league. The linesman stood on the field waving his flag. There's been an offence caused. Mr. Morris overrules him. And I think it's something that the league should look into. The referees should definitely look into that. Neil Baines just ran and took young Archer out of the game. He was going to charge the kick down. Neil Baines obstructed him. He took him out. Had nothing to do with Neil Baines. If he obstructs a man from going for somebody, then it's a penalty. And I cannot understand why Mr. Morris has overruled his linesman. But, as I said, Barrow should have played to the whistle. Mr. Morris didn't blow. It'll be good to see whether the linesmen do come on, because I've seen this happen before where referees have taken no notice to the linesmen, and the linesmen have stayed off the field with an attitude of, well, why should I bother? Well, he's not very well liked down here, Mr. Morris, and giving decisions like that, there's no wonder, because that was a poor decision, I thought. The linesman was on the field. But as they say, read the paper tomorrow. So we're back on with it, and it's Lockhart. Cliff Beverley pinched the ball from Lockhart. Sorry, it's Gavin Clinch who stole the ball. Coley, Barrow still trying to get over that, obviously that decision there from Mr. Morris. They've got to get their heads back on here. Clinch, out to Charles. Oh, and it's a walk-in. A missed tackle from Lupton. And it's Neil Lowe. And that's stretching Salford lead 20 points to 6. Barrow still not got their heads on from that decision. And another substitution made by Salford. Neil Baines going off, sending back on Paul Eighton. Well, we had controversy last night in a game where Leeds were done out of 2 points by a bad decision by a referee, and that's certainly a decision by Mr. Morris has not helped Barrow. Well, I just hope that Barrow send this video to Mr. Cummins and ask him what is the ruling on that, because it's one that needs clearing up. It's something that does happen a lot. I know they let him away with it, but it is an offence, and I think it should have been pulled up for. Halker going from dummy half, trying to break through, pulled down by Henderson. Clinch out to Charles. Held on this time by Lupton. Charles. Oh, it's not down by Manahara. Well, that won't be well liked, but it was a true thing. Mr. Morris didn't see it, but it was a knock-on from Manahara. Well, you can't blame the linesman. They did see the last one. It was just Mr. Morris. For some reason, we'll have to ask him afterwards why he allowed the play to go on. But you can't argue there. Manahara definitely knocked the ball down. So it's Clinch to feed. Out to Beverley. Beverley out wide again, gets away from one, pulled up by ex-teammate Jeff Luxon on the halfway line. Arnold out to Andy Kirk. Alker out to Coley. Clinch, nice ball out to Flowers, big gap opens. Salford with men over. Well chased back by Paul Jones. But he's just going to go right across the field now. Here's Clinch, out to Beverley. Lovely ball out to the second row man, Simon Baldwin. Nothing wrong with that one. Nothing wrong with that try. It was obviously where it was going to go, right across the field, come to Cliff Beverley. James King tried to get in and smothered him, but he got a ball out round the back to Simon Baldwin, and he walked in by the post to make it 26 points to 6. Things not looking good here for Barrow, because Salford are going to have this strong wind at the backs the second half. They're going to be pinning Barrow back, and it's going to be a lot of hard work for them. And it's a nice kick from Charles. And Lee Marsh comes on for Simon Baldwin. So Salford coming away. Barrow need to start putting the men down. I know it's not easy, but they've not been able to get the Salford men down. Paul Eighton. Here's Malcolm Alker. Out to the second row man, Neil Lowe. Again, Salford getting the ball away, and it's Beverley out there. He's causing some damage out there. He's got the ball away. Salford on the charge. It's out to Clinch. Neil Lowe cuts back inside. Barrow at sixes and sevens again. Alker out to Clinch. Tries a little chip through. Well, that looked like it come off the Barrow leg. He said he's played at it, so it's another set of six. Beverley again out wide. And it's number 4 who's going in, Andy Kirk. And it's becoming a rout. It's 32 points to 6. I know I keep going back to it, but the game's gone flat since that decision by Mr. Morris. Barrow was still in with a chance at trailing 10 points to 6. And since 21 minutes in 9 minutes, Salford have scored 18 points. Barrow just can't get their heads back on. Last time Salford were here, they tended to keep it in the forwards a lot, and Barrow contained them, but today they're getting it out to the backs, pulling Barrow in the middle and throwing the ball out wide. Well, what another beautiful kick from Charles. $34 points to 6. Manara restarts. But Barrow making a substitution, so Mr. Morris pulls it back. It's Andy McClure coming on. Been injured all week, Andy McClure, so Cameron Bell having to use him, I suppose. Manara restarts. Well taken by Jason Flowers. Straightens up, pulled down by Paul Jones. Oh, again. Barrow not putting the man down. Here's Gavin Clinch. Malcolm Alker in at dummy half. Out to Clinch. Clinch finds Beverley. Beverley playing out in that channel out there. Last tackle. Alker out to Clinch. Kicks the ball up the field. Off his foot. Play on. Marshall picks up. But it's a big chase from Salford. Jamie Marshall just dragged in by about 4 Salford players. So it's going to be a big uphill task the second half. So 10 metres from the Barrow try line. Comes out to Cliff Beverley. He gives it Jason Flowers. Back to Beverley. Out to Kirk. Gets away from one good tackle by Danny Lockhart. Had to make that tackle. Beverley out to Flowers. Straightens up. Pulled down by Andy McClure. 5 metres short. Alker finds Clinch. Picked up by the second row man Neil Lowe. Luckily it was down by his bootlaces because Barrow was struggling. Here's Alker. Alker out to Clinch. Clinch finds Beverley. Straightens up. Last tackle, Ulker, out to clinch, long ball, Littler, and he's given forward for that one. It looked all right from here. Mr. Morris said it was forward. Here's Pate coming away. James King, pulled down by Corley. Here's Wayne Jones. Gets it out to Henderson. Finds James King. Swiped again by Clinch. That's two he's pinched. Gavin Clinch. Here's Littler. Straightens up. Taking 4 men to bring him down though. There's going to be a big gap out wide. It's waiting out there for Beverley. Charles out to Beverley. Oh, just missed by Jamie Marshall. But it's another set of 6 into the last 5 minutes. Another set 60 at Salford. They're 15 metres away from the Barrow try line. It's out to Beverley. Oh, and he's just run through the gap. It's out over the top. He's got to come back inside, but good covering up from Andy McClure. Here's Clinch out to Corley. Good tackling from Barrow from Jeff Luxon and Wayne Jones, wrapping up Corley. And they've got Steve Blakely on it's got here, but that's not Steve Blakely. Charles. Oh, it's taken by Manhara. Now then, he's not going to get caught, but he's going to give it away to Paul Jones. He'll definitely not catch him. It's just a case of putting it down under the post. And a try from Paul Jones made by Tanner Manhara, going in for the interception. Knew he wasn't going to make it, so he gave it Paul Jones, and there's nobody going to stop him. Well, Barrow there defending well. See, it's taken them 10 minutes to get their heads back on, but they defended a good set of 6 there, and the Salford tried to get the ball out. It was picked out of the air by Manhara. He fed Paul Jones, and he went 60 metres, and he's missed the kick. Well, the big difference here. I think Charles has got 5 kicks into a strong wind, and Manhara's not got one with the wind behind him. So can Barrow hold out for another 2 minutes, take it in at 34 points to 10. Because they certainly got a lot of hard work this second half. Gavin Clinch kicks. Be taken by James King. Straightens up. Pulled down by Ulker and Chris Charles. Here's Andy McClure. Luxon. Well, Salford at the moment getting away with a little bit of moving off the mark. Number 10 there, Paul Heighton, stood at the side. Got to stand square. Here's Luxon going on the inside. Last tackle. No leading for Manhara. It's kicked over the top and over the wingman, is it? No, it's well taken by Michael Platt. Just cuts inside. Dropped by Malcolm Alker, but danger signs there. Malcolm Alker has moved out into the centre position where he moved last time he was here, and he wrecked Barrett. So can Barrett get another 6 points on the board before half time? That'll be a bonus. He's Manahara. Manahara finds Lockhart. Tries to straighten up, but he's brought down by Cliff Beverley. We're going into injury time now. Barrett brought on Barry Pugh. Here's Wayne Jones. Try to straighten up. Brought down by Olker. Henderson out to Luxon. 10 metres short. Into injury time. Henderson going down the blind side. Let's play on. Knock back. Barry Pugh, his first touch of the ball. Just short. There is the half-time hooter. We'll go through the first half scoring. And Barrow got off to the best possible start on 5 minutes when Jeff Luxon went over to make it 4-0. Tanner Manara missing the conversion. 5 minutes later, it was a try from ex-Barrow man Cliff Beverley. He made it 4 apiece. Converted by Charles to make it 6 points to 4. 14 minutes, it was a penalty from Manahara. He levelled it at 6 apiece. Then on 17 minutes, it was a try by the centre, Stuart Littler. He made it 10 points to 6. And then the turning point come on 21 minutes. The linesman was on the field waving for an offence. I think it was Neil Baines who took out young Chris Archer. Although they say play at the whistle, Barrow did stop. Salford just went through the routine of passing it and went in under the post. Mr Morris come back to halfway to speak to Mr Southwood. There was a big conversation, but after it all, Mr Morris decided to allow the try to, I think it was Chris Charles, to stretch the lead to 14 points to 6, converted by Charles, making it 16-6. And Barrow still in 6s and 7s. It was Neil Lowe this time, the second row man. He walked in to make it 26, converted by Charles, 22-6. Then another 4 minutes. Barrow still can't get over the decision, but it's a try from Simon Baldwin, stretching the lead to 26-6, converted by Charles to make it 28-6. Then on 30 minutes, it was Andy Kirk who went in. He made it 32-6, beautiful conversion from Charles, making it 34-6. And it looked like the floodgates were opening, but Tanner Manara cut out the try chance for Salford, picked it up, he fed Paul Jones and he went in from 60 metres under the post to make it 34-10, but unusual for Manara, he missed the conversion. A half that started off well, looking good for Barrett. It looked very good for Barrett. They were in with a chance. They looked like they were giving Salford a game, and it's all hinged on one decision by Mr Morris, because the 14-6 Barrow were in it, but in the space of 8 minutes, Salford scoring 18 points and make an half-time score of Barrow 10, Salford 34. So here we go with the second half away, Barrow trailing 34 points to 10. Been down among the crowd asking a few people about the decision from Mr Morris. I think a lot of people were saying exactly the same as I did, that Barrow shouldn't have stopped, they should have kept on going. But a few people said that Mr Morris seemed to go for his whistle, and that's why Barrow seemed to stop, because it looked like he was going to blow and then allowed play to go on. But Barrow here facing a big uphill task. And we've now got Steve Blakely, number 15. And there is the kick. And say Barrow going to have a long haul to get out of this. James King. Good drive from the prop forward, James King. Here's Stuart Dancer. Brought down by Coley. Salford resting Cliff Beverley. I see that he's gone off. He's been replaced by Steve Blakely. Manahara kicks over the top, taken by Jason Flowers. Good tackle from Chris Archer. Andy Kirk. Danny Arnold. I'm not quite sure where that is, Danny Arnold. Down here. Gone a bit bigger than last time I seen him. Just looking for Malcolm Alker. I think he's moved out into the centre. Gone back to Blakely. Blakely just kicks down the field. I was pretty certain what they were going to do. Barrow didn't use that in the first half. Phil Atkinson. He runs into, I think that's Dave Eiton, number 14. Stuart Dancer. It's only the third penalty of the match, that. 2 to Barrow, 1 to Salford. Manahara kicks. Andy McClure, good drive from Andy McClure, taking it up to halfway line. Oof. King out to Luxon, tries to straighten up, gets the ball away to King. Oh, loose pass out, picked up by Lee Marsh. Barrow can't really afford to do that, but there again, they may as well throw it about and give it a go. Heighton out to Flowers. It's well wrapped up by Jeff Luxon. Heighton again out to Flowers. Flowers finds Blakely. Back to Coley. Charles brought down by Archer. Heighton out to Blakely. Well, Cliff Beverley is on the field, he's out there. Good defence from Barry. Moving in Alker, last tackle. Beverley out to Blakely. All on. Oh, well taken by Danny Lockhart. Swirling wind as well there. Here's Jamie Marshall trying to bring the ball away, waiting for his forwards to get back. Jamie Smith runs into Dave Eiton. Here's Luxon. Well, Mr. Morris shouting hold on that one, and yet allowed the one in the first half where Jamie Marshall was carried 10 metres. But as I say, hard work here for Barrow. They've not got out of the first 20 metres. Ooh, and that's gone to ground. It was a good pass from Manahara. Atkinson just unable to hold it. Bounces into the hands of Stuart Littler. Here's Michael Platt. Pulled down by Andy McClure. Eiton in it, dummy half. Out to Blakely. Long ball out to Charles. Oh, nice little sidestep. Ooh, luckily he slipped by Lee Marsh. It was try time there for Lee Marsh. If he hadn't slipped. Here's Charles. Out to Blakely. Beverley. Wrapped up by Andy McClure. Malcolm Alker. Brought down by Dancer and Henderson. Beverley. Out to Blakely, straightens up to Flowers. Salford still keeping the ball alive. Charles. Well, a bit of set to here, and this is again Mr. Morris's fault, because I think that Mr. Southwood would have come on there. It was one over the top from James King, but I think Mr. Southwood's staying off the field for the simple reason that it's a waste of time going on. Well, he's having a word with James King, and yet he didn't penalise it, so what's he got to do now? He's giving an handover. Here's Manahara. Henderson scoots from dummy half. Nearly gets through the gap. Good tackle from Paul Lighton, just grabbing hold of his shirt. Archer coming up the blind side, out to King. Archer out to Henderson. Luxon straightens up, back inside to Manahara. Try to find the gap, back to Luxon. It's pulled down by Dave Aiton, 4 tackles. Henderson out to Atkinson. Wrapped up by Cliff Beverley, last tackle, but Barrow doing well to get out their own half there. Out to Lockhart. That's just going to blow back. Salford will let Barrow have that one. Well, that's a better kick from Stuart Dancer, at least it's gone up the field. Oh, Barrow slow to react to that one. Putting the Salford man under no pressure whatsoever. Andy Kirk brings it away. Heighton out to Blakely. Nice ball out to Beverley. Taken by Atkinson, comes off. It's Pate. Gets away from one. And he's going to go in. And he's got it in, got it down. It was Cliff Beverley who lost the ball, went into Atkinson's hands. He quick feed to Andy Pate. And he goes in 10 metres inside from the corner flag. Still had to be scored, that from Adam Pate. He had the winger marking him, but he shrugged him off, got away from the tackle. Manahara missed 2 relatively, well, definitely 2 easy ones in the first half with the wind behind him, so he's kicking into a wind. Can it carry over? No, it's blown out. So no successes today for Tani Manahara. Salford interchanging. On comes Neil Baines. It's Malcolm Olker who's gone off. Barrow at least kept him quiet this time. So it'll be Dave Aiton to restart. Kicks deep. Trapped by Manahara. He feeds Dancer. Brought down by Cliff Beverley. Archer tries to straighten up. Brought down by Aiton. Here's Henderson, scoots from the dummy half position. Good tackle from Beverley. Archer gives it out to King. Back out to Manahara. Barrow keeping it alive now. Andy McClure gets away from one. Here's Jones going up the blind side. Tana Manahara puts it up high. All on. It's coming back to Atkinson. Last tackle, I think, Mr. Morris shouting. It's number 5, Danny Arnold. He's brought down by Archer. Dave Iton, out to Baines. I don't think that one was forward. Mr. Salford having a little laugh there. They can't blame the linesman for what went on earlier. Archer feeds. Tries again. Out to Manahara. Finds Jones. Tries to straighten up. Pulled down by Littler. Pate. Try to get away from Littler. Henderson out to Manahara. Finds Luxon. Back to Manahara. Out to King. He's well wrapped up by Lee Marsh. Try scorer last week, Lee Marsh. Here's Andy McClure. Pulled down by Cliff Beverley. 4 tackles gone. Henderson scoots from the dummy half position. Back to Manahara. Shrugs off one. Nice ball out to Dancer. Out to Atkinson. Keeps hold of it. Barrow just going back a bit though. We're all shouting for an obstruction, but I think Mr. Morris going back saying that there was a knock on by Jamie Marshall. Iton. Out to Andy Kirk. He's pulled down by Danny Lockhart. Michael Platt gets the ball away to Iton. Finds a second row man, Neil Lowe. Heighton. Out to the prop forward, Paul Heighton. Of course, Dave Heighton, the sub, that's Dave Heighton in at dummy half. Scooting, finds a big gap. Henderson can't get there, he's got Baines. Oh! Glory time for Neil Baines, and he spills the ball. Well, the big cheer going up, but you've got to give credit to the prop forward. He was there. If he just held on to it, it was a try. Here's Danny Lockhart trying to bring the ball away, upended by Beverley and Flowers. Here's Lupton on the field. Come on for Jeff Luxon. Archer out to King. Here's Dancer. Well tackled by the second row man, Neil Lowe. Henderson, dummy half, out to Manahara. Try to weave some magic. Short ball to McClure. Giving us forward. Beverley out to Stuart Littler. It's taken by Manahara and Jones. Beverley out to Charles. Runs into Lupton. Kirk. Oh, and that's a bad sign. Paul Jones down injured. That's what we didn't want. It's Beverley. Barrow a man down. Taken by Manahara. Neil Lowe out to Steve Blakely, tackled by Henderson. Last tackle, Dave Heighton out to Charles. Kirk tries a little chip through. It's kicked dead by Jamie Smith covering up. Oh, and that's a bad sign. They're wanting the stretcher. Just hope it's not a broken ankle or something like that for Paul Jones. Cameron Bell will not be happy at that. It's a game he didn't want this. And one of his main try scorers is down and not looking good. I don't think it's a break. He'd be in a little bit more pain than that maybe. Hopefully it's just a twist or something like that. Barry Pugh coming on for Paul Jones. Manahara kicks, puts it on the 10-metre line. It's a knock on by Barrow, whatever. Michael Platt runs at the Barrow defence. Dave Iton out to Blakely. Charles, he's had a good game, this loose forward. Finds Andy Kirk. He gets it away. Charles making himself available inside to Baines. Good tackle from Barry Pugh. Dave Iton out to Blakely. Beverley again back inside to Paul Iton. He's wrapped up by Henderson and Dancer. Dave Iton dummy half. Oh, it's an easy try for Cliff Beverley, number 2. So 58 minutes gone. It's Cliff Beverley with his second try. 2 last week for Cliff. I think it was 2 last week for Cliff Beverley. Maybe wrong on that one, but he's got 2 today. 58 minutes there, and it's 38 points to 14. And Barrow substituted Tanner Manara, or have they? I think they may have. He's on the touch line. And he's made a big difference as Chris Charles with his kicking as well. Brings up the 40 for Salford. I thought they were substituting Tanner Manara, but must have been just off for a drink. It's gone 10, that's all right. It's taken by Andy McClure. Here's Atkinson. Runs into Dave Iton, shoved back. Here's Lupton, straightening up, straight into Neil Baines. Henderson finds Archer, feeds James King, gets away from his man. Nice ball out to Jamie Smith. Good tackle from Jason Flowers. Barrow on the attack, it's Henderson. Henderson out to Manahara. Flicks it out to Atkinson. It's play on. Oh, it's picked up by Little. Covered up by Manhara. Unlucky from Barrow there. They give it a go. Getting the round of applause they deserve. The only surprise to that penalty, it didn't come a few seconds earlier because Manhara was holding down, no doubt about it. Mr. Morris, I think, tried to let it go, but just a little bit too long. Here's Paul Eighton. It's brought down by Lupton and Dancer. Dave Eighton. Neil Baines. Dave Eighton out to Beverley. Tries to straighten up, brought down by Manhara. I cannot believe Mr. Morris on that one. It was either a penalty to Salford or a penalty to Barrow because Cliff Beverley just never played the ball. And he just shouts play on. Now then, two Barrow men going for it. Both lose it. What's he give there? I cannot understand what he's give there, Mr. Morris. No Barrow man took that ball. It was loose and it should have been a try, I think, for Salford. But Barrow come away with it. Barry Pugh try to straighten up. Tackled by Olker, back on the field. Manhara, long ball out to Lockhart. Straightens up. Ooh, just pulled down by Dave Eighton on the halfway line. And that's Danny Lockhart now injured. Dancer straightens up. Brought down by Cliff Beverley. Manhara up the blind side. Atkinson tries a chip over the top. Picked up by Flowers. Cameron Bell, he will not be happy now if it looks like Danny Lockhart may be injured. It's playing on. Blakely out to Olker. Good tackle from Jamie Smith. Excellent tackle on Malcolm Olker. Forward, knocked on. Play on now, picked up by Archer. Barry Pugh. Wrapped up by Neil Baines. Lupton. Tackled by Dave Eighton. 30 metres short of the Salford try line. Manhara spins out of one. Gets the ball out to Archer. Try to find the gap. Manhara out to Henderson. Salford just keeping the line. Atkinson tries the dummy. It's pulled down by Cliff Beverley. Henderson. Kick right into the hands of Charles. Last tackle though, they had to try something. Beverley gets out to Arnold. Arnold tries to straighten up. He's pulled down by Barry Pugh. Beverley out to Paul Eighton, I think that is. He's well tackled by Stuart Dancer and Barry Pugh. That's Dave Eighton. Finds Beverley. Beverley finds Blakely. Tries to get back inside, but he's held up by Manhara. Picked up by Dancer. Manhara dummies from the acting half position, gives it to James King. James back to Stuart Dancer. Easily wrapped up by Neil Lowe though. We're into the last quarter now. Here's Lupton. Straightens up right into the arms of Paul Eighton. Henderson out to Archer. Tries a little play on. Offside, he said. So it's Neil Baines, runs into Jamie Smith, gets the ball out to Eighton, finds Olker. He's well wrapped up by Barry Pugh, good tackle from young Barry Pugh. Here's Paul Eighton, straightens up. Whoa, what a tackle from James King, knocked him right back, and he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. And the game's going on, Mr. Morris trying to sort it out. There was nothing wrong with the tackle, it was a big hit from James King. This is where Mr. Morris needs to get on top of it. Looked like a little hand coming there from Barrett. Andy Kirk saying to Mr. Morris, he put an hand in. Manahara out to Lockhart, to Jamie Smith. Nice ball out to Marshall. So it's a scrum down, 10 metres inside the Salford half. It's Blakely who's gone to scrum half. He finds Jason Flowers, who's brought down by Phil Atkinson. Dave Eighton out to Beverley, out to Stuart Littler, trying to get back inside, but he gets the ball away. Salford keeping it alive. Neil Law wrapped up by James King. Eighton down the blind side to Paul Eighton. Well tackled by King and Atkinson again. Eighton, Dave Eighton this time. Dummy half, out to Blakely. Blakely finds Charles. It's going to be a try here for Jamie Marshall. Stuart Littler's chasing, they'll not catch him. And Jamie Marshall keeps up the record of scoring in most games. Jamie Marshall gets on the score sheet again. I don't think the Salford coach, Carl Harrison, will be too happy with the interceptions that have gone on today. And he's obviously not happy with Chris Charles because it looks like he's leaving the field. But he's had a good game, Chris Charles. Manara tries to convert one. And he's got one. Going into the last 10 minutes. It's getting really cold up here now. Barrow reached 20 points, half a Salford score. Steve Blakely restarts, taken by Manahara, finds Dancer. Henderson out to Lupton. Roll back by Coley. Here's Manahara. Long ball out to King. Finds Smith. Nice little dummy from Jamie Smith. Still going. Brought down by Danny Arnold. Barry Pugh. Out to Manahara. Well, it's one of them now. If it goes to the ground, 9 times out of 10 they give a knock on. I'd give a knock on. It's facing up the field. As we get on with it, here's Beverley, runs into Manahara. Put to the ground. Olker out to Baines, straightens up, tackled by King. Dave Iton. Blakely, haven't seen much magic from this lad yet. Pulled down again by James King. Dave Iton, long ball out to Cliff Beverley, finds Paul Iton. Oh, nice, gets the ball away to Danny Arnold. He's got to come back inside. Wrapped up by Lupton and Pugh. Andy Coley finds Jason Flowers, going for the post. Taken out by Dancer and Atkinson, last tackle. Dave Iton, Beverley. Back inside, oh well seen by Lupton. But he's got the ball away. Unlucky there, Barrett. It's number 4 who goes in, Andy Kirk. It was well played by Lupton coming. What's the give? I don't know what he gave there. I haven't got a clue what's gone on there because it looked all right to me again. Didn't look like a forward pass and the crowd didn't... the crowd didn't shout for a forward, so... Penalty to go into Barrett. Raked out. Henderson takes the tap, has to go himself. Pulled down by Paul Iton. Atkinson out to Dancer. Manahara finds James King. Just can't get away. Pulled down by Lee Marsh. Here's Danny Lockhart. Tackled by Cliff Beverley. Manahara. Nice ball to King. It's wrapped up by Andy Coley. Last tackle. Manahara kicks the ball through. It's play on. Well picked up by Andy Kirk. And good tackle from Andy Henderson. Danny Arnold coming down the blind side. Tackled by Jamie Smith and Archer. Andy Coley straightening up, brought down by Lupton. Dave Iton. Shouts for forward and Barra stopped again there a bit. They've got to play at the whistle. Dave Iton out to Blakely. He's gone for a 40-20. Pates dropped back though. Stops it with his foot, picks it up. Needs to come inside the field. Slips. Tackled by Malcolm Olker. Danny Lockhart. Pate again, picks up, good yards from the wingman. Danny Lockhart. Well, Barra got the ball up the field. There's a few rumbles, but Atkinson, last tackle. Barrow doing well to get it up to the halfway line. Henderson out to Manahara. Little chip over the top, but right into the hands of Andy Coley. Tackled by Jamie Smith. Adam Kirk gets it out to Jason Flowers. Just on the halfway line. Here's Paul Ayton. Brought down by Henderson just inside the Barrow half. Dave Ayton scoots from dummy half. Out to Cliff Beverley. Ooh, loose pass. Jamie Marshall nearly got it again. I don't know what Danny Arnold's asking for there. That was a definite knock on. Nobody could argue with that one. Just about 4 minutes plus any injury time left, so the favourites will go through. Salford. Cliff Beverley taking the Man of the Match award. Must have been close between him and Chris Charles. Here's Manahara out to Lockhart, inside to King. Good tackle from Andy Coley there, wrapped up James King, stopped him getting the ball away. Henderson straightens up. Manahara out to Jones, gets the ball away, it's play on. Has to be kicked dead by Jason Flowers. Barrow done well this half to hold Salford to one try, which was Cliff Beverley's. But I think Salford obviously taking the foot off the pedal. Good tackle from Coley. I think Salford taking the foot off the pedal a little bit. But all credit to Barrow. Say they've had a few injuries and they've stood by the tasks out there. Well, that's going to be a penalty. I think it's Littler who's got in there. Just noticed that Stuart Littler, that every time he tackles he gets up and he has his knee into the player. Whether that's what happened there or not, I'm not quite sure, but penalty goes to Barrow. Here's James King. Oh, it's a loose pass, it's play on. Picked up by Jamie Smith. And Paul Evans come on for Chris Archer, just with 5 minutes to go. Here's Manahara. Oh, Wayne Jones leaves it behind. Stuart Littler wrestled to the ground by Wayne Jones. Michael Platt trying to bring the ball away, but chased by Henderson and Lupton. Here's Danny Arnold, the other wingman. Needs to be caught. If he gets away, Danny Arnold, he's dangerous. Alker out to Coley. Tackled by Lupton and Pugh. Malcolm Alker. Kept him well contained today, Malcolm Alker. Cliff Beverley finds Blakely. Dave Ayton. Wrapped up by Atkinson and McClure. It's a good kick that. It's missed by Jamie Marshall. They're not going to have a chance for the dropout. That's it, right on time. We'll go through the second half scoring. It was Barrow who got off first on 48 minutes with a try by the wingman Adam Pate. It was a drop by Cliff Beverley. It was picked up by Atkinson, I think it was. He fed Pate. Pate shrugged off his marker, went in to make it 34-14. On 58 minutes, man of the match, ex-Barrow man, Cliff Beverley, he went in for his second try to stretch it to 38-14. And the big difference here was the conversion was done by Charles to make it 40-14. Then on 69 minutes, Jamie Marshall getting his usual try. It was a nice interception. Went about 70 metres to score by the side of the post to make it 40 points to 18. Converted by Manala, making it Barrow 20, Salford 40. Good second half display for Barrow. I think Salford did take the foot off the gas a little bit, but Barrow doing well to contain, and with a strong wind. I thought Salford would have used it more, but Barrow defending very well. The game died to me on 14 minutes, 21 minutes, sorry, with that incident in the first half by what Mr Morris let go. Barrow's heads were on right, and they scored 18 points in about 7 minutes, and that was game over for Barrow. All we hope for now that young Paul Jones is not so badly injured. He went off with an ankle injury. I hope it's just a twist or something like that. I think bar for that, Barrow might come through pretty well with the injuries. So Salford going through 40 points to 20. Man of the match going to Cliff Beverley. He must have been chased by Chris Charles. I thought he had a good game, and his conversions were a big difference in the score in the end. I'm just see you, Frank. Yeah, I'm just trying to count up. That's 2 and a try, 4, 6. It's about 10 or 12 points at least kicks for Chris Charles, which would have brought that score a little bit nearer. But anyway, well done to Salford. They're going through to the next round. The favourites go through. Yeah, the favourites go through, but Barrow come out pretty well with it. So we'll sign off. Barrow losing 20 points to 40.